I'm just in love. Like, this looks so good. Cakey wear. I have the Laura Mercier powder, and I have the color Translucent Honey. Okay, so I have the little version of the original color. This is a cult classic, so I'm sure everyone has heard of Laura Mercier, like translucent powder, but you know, translucent doesn't really mean translucent for every skin tone. So I'm gonna swatch this on my hand. Ugh, this little jar is like impossible to get my finger in, but let's just do a swatch of all the colors. So this is what the regular translucent looks like. And I'm gonna open up the honey. And let's see what that looks like against it. It looks like in its little jar. So let's see what it looks like on my hand. Let me do a better swatch. That sucked. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my hand. I don't know if you can really see a difference. I see like a slight difference, like a yellow tinge. You know, they're both pretty still really white, but I think this one would definitely be better for someone my skin tone. I've just got some Fenty Beauty foundation on. I did my eyebrows, but I didn't have any concealer on yet, so let's do that because y'all know that's where the magic happens. I'm excited. Also, you know what, let me swatch one more thing for you guys. I also use the Beauty Bakery flour powder. I actually usually mix this with the Laura Mercier because I kind of like the color of the flour powder right here, but it's a little thick, so I just mix it so I can kind of get the best of both worlds. So I'm swatching it right here, so I have it right next to the translucent color. I probably should have put it here. Let me do it there as well so you guys can like really see the difference between a really yellow powder. This one's like a little bit more yellow. You can see it's a little bit thicker too. I can definitely tell that the Laura Mercier is finely milled, and that's why it's a cult classic. So I have never really liked the first one, so I'm really interested to see how the second one is. I have the Pat McGrath. Oh, my hands are so dirty. I have this is like a lot harder than it looks. I have the Pat McGrath concealer, the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer in M20. This is a really bright highlight color, so don't be alarmed. This is not for every day, but this is for like if I'm really going out trying to look cute, you know. So I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eyes. I'm gonna put some on my chin, under the other eye. I already used this beauty blender from e.l.f. to apply some foundation stuff, so it's dirty, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna just blend out the chin, under the eyes. This concealer I find dries like kind of quickly, so yeah, I don't want to wait too long. Okay, I have some concealer on. I'm gonna do what I usually do. So I usually put on at least 2 layers because I have really pigmented dark circles under my eyes, and I really don't want that to show when I'm trying to look extra glam. So I'm shooting today as if I'm actually going somewhere, but I'm actually more under the eyes. I like to put some here too because I have a scar, so I'm gonna do that. So I have my honey powder. What I like to do usually to put on the translucent powder is I just grab my beauty blender. This is an e.l.f. sponge, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer sponge, and I'm gonna just grab some and I tap off like the rest of it on the back of my hand because I don't want it to be too like chalky when you first put it on. So I'm gonna put on like a light layer first right under my eye, just to kind of set it. Dip it again, tap off the excess, and then I like to put on a little bit more on the other eye, not so much at first, and then I go in once it's set and I put on more so that I can really not budge and look really smooth. Looks pretty good. The highlight hasn't disappeared. I don't think it looks really ghostly, which is what I think about the first one. Don't kill me. A little bit more. I'm gonna still tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna like kind of fake bake. So I'm gonna put more to where you can like actually see it under my eye. I'm gonna press most of it in on top of my eye and under my eye. Can you see what it looks like? So that doesn't look too bad. Like, what do you think? That doesn't look half bad to me. I really kind of am digging it. On its own, this is definitely better to me, just like off like first impressions. It's definitely better than the original powder. That powder makes me look like a ghost. This one's bright too, but it's just not as pale, you know. I'm not casket ready for this. This I can put on my, you know, my bronzer and all the rest of the stuff, and I'm still gonna look good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I would normally just grab like my Iman powder in 4.5 just to like kind of go all over the face, and like tone down those areas that are super highlighted, but not too much. You know, you want to keep it there because, you know, you want it to be a noticeable difference and highlighted, but not to the point where it doesn't match. I put on some of my Fenty Beauty to give me a little bronze. They're so beautiful. I love this bronzer. This is Mocha Mami, by the way. This is like just a brown liner from Kiss. This is actually a really good one. This is an automatic brown liner. You don't even have to sharpen it, so I mean, does it get much better than that? I'm putting on La Orange from, what is this? Girl, I got a sample and I just bought this. I don't even know what it is. I really don't. Oh, Laura Mercier. Oh, that's weird. My version of blush is just using my lipstick, so I just take some on the butt of my beauty blender. I'm gonna do a little top liner, mascara, and call it a day. Some liner really quickly just to finish off the look. So this is Anastasia Beverly Hills water cream color in the color Jet. Just a baby wing, you know. Put on some Marc Jacobs mascara. I got this at a sample from Sephora. This is the volumizing. It's really good for mascara. As far as mascaras go, yeah. It really still kept that highlight there with the concealer. It didn't take it away, and it's not too ashy. And I think that's what the yellow does. It really just, it makes it just a little bit more wearable for somebody in my complexion or darker. So, you know, if you were like kind of on the fence about using the regular translucent color, I would say definitely give this one a try because it's not as bad. It's actually something I probably would wear every day. I would have to see how many hours of wear I would get out of it before I could fully recommend it for like, you know, full glam for a long period of time, but definitely for a regular event or something that you're not going to spend a lot of time at. As for now, all I can say is that it looks really good to me. Still highlighted under the eyes, but it didn't make my eyes dry underneath, which is like a concern of mine because, you know, I'm 30, so I gotta like think about those things. Up some more. Wow, I really like this. The other thing about this powder is that it's not cakey. I could see why people like the first one because it's not cakey, but I could just never get past the fact that I look like a ghost. I could never wear it on its own. I just couldn't do that to myself. So I think that this color is really good because it's still like, you still get good coverage under your eyes. It definitely sets your concealer. Like it's set. It doesn't look like it's gonna crease or budge. It looks really good, but it's not cakey. And I put a good amount of powder on. I put as much as I normally would, and you know, I didn't bake, but I kind of just pressed it in with my beauty blender, and it's not cakey. It's really nice looking. I really like this. I really think this is gonna become like replacing my Beauty Bakery mixture that I usually do, I think that I would definitely go with this without even having to mix it. So right now, when I was buying it, it said that it was only available online. So I bought it online. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to buy it in stores anytime soon, but that's where I bought it. So Iconic Translucent Setting Powder sets makeup for 12 hours. Weightless wear with a matte finish. This no flashback formula creates a soft focus to subtly blur the lines, the look of fine lines without looking cakey. And now that I'm done with this, I can definitely say that it's done all of that. I'm not sure if I would get 12 hours of wear, but I will be testing that out to find out. Those are my thoughts. It's really a nice powder. It's honestly, I'm really impressed. I'm really happy with it. I'm happy I bought it. I think this was around like $23, and this is for, what is it, 33 ounces? Okay, yeah, this is 33 ounces. It's about like $23 online. So this is a smaller one. I didn't want to just jump out and buy the big one. So if you're like on the fence, you can always return things to Sephora, which is like the great thing. So, you know, take a chance if you've really been wanting to like the other powder, but you couldn't. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later. Bye.